Here is the tight, natural-sounding rewrite for your text-to-speech software. Our kill zone is finally detecting the player. Right now, stepping into it just triggers a temporary test message. It's time to swap that placeholder out for the real mechanics, so let's delete this print node and build the actual damage logic. Here is the rewritten version for your next step. It's concise, flows perfectly for a voiceover, and keeps the core message intact. That print message was strictly for debugging. Our real goal is to restart the level when the player hits the kill zone. Finding the right blueprint nodes in Unreal Engine can be tricky at first. It mostly just comes down to hands-on practice, experience, and a quick web search. Here is the rewritten version for your next step. It is tight, natural, and optimized for voiceover. To reset the game, we'll use the Open Level by Name node. Drag a wire straight off that true pin so it only fires when the hit is confirmed. Then just search Open and grab the node from the list. Here is the tight, natural-sounding rewrite for your text-to-speech software. Select the By Name option. This drops in a node with a blank input field for your level's title. Whatever you type into that box tells the engine to scan your content folder, find the matching map, and load it up. Here is the tight, natural-sounding rewrite for your text-to-speech software. This step requires a perfect match to work. Type the level name exactly as it appears in your content browser. Spelling, spacing, and capitalization are all strictly enforced. Go ahead and clear out the word none, then type in Tutorial Temple. Here is the tightened, natural rewrite for your script. I've used capital letters for both the T and the S with no spaces, matching my file name perfectly. Once yours is set, hit compile and save. Now let's jump back into the viewport and press play to test it out. Here is the tight, natural-sounding rewrite for your script. As soon as he falls in, the level resets and drops us back at the starting point instead of just leaving us stuck in the pit. That covers our kill zone logic. To keep things organized, drag a selection over these nodes and press C to wrap them in a comment box. Here is the tight, natural-sounding rewrite for your script. I'll name this Pitfall Respawn just to keep the workspace organized. Labeling your nodes makes the logic easy to find and move around later. Now that this is set up, you can simply apply this same functionality to every room that has a pit. Here is the tight, natural-sounding rewrite for your script. Right now, jumping into the pit in room 3 doesn't trigger a reset. That's because our kill volume was only sized to fit the first area. To fix this and make it work everywhere, you have a few different options. Here is the tight, natural-sounding rewrite for your script. You could drop a new volume into every pit and repeat the code, but there's a much faster way. We're simply going to scale up our existing kill zone until it stretches across the entire bottom of the map. Here is the tight, natural-sounding rewrite for your script. This shortcut only works if your pits are all at roughly the same depth. Looking at the orthographic view, you'll remember we changed the elevation for rooms 1 and 5. While the pits themselves weren't affected in this layout, keep in mind that if you have pits at different heights, you'll need to adjust your volumes to match those levels. Here is the tight, natural-sounding rewrite for your script. Since our pits all share the same depth, we can keep it simple. I'll move the kill volume to the center of the map and scale it out. Switching to the top view makes it easier to stretch it along the y-axis, ensuring it fully covers every single pit in the level. Here is the tight, natural-sounding rewrite for your script. It's fine if the volume extends beyond the pits as long as it doesn't touch any playable ground. If you find yourself dying while walking on the floor, you'll need to lower the volume or break it into smaller, separate zones to fix the overlap. Here is the tight, natural rewrite for your script. Let's do a full playthrough to check for errors. I'm going to reset my player start position back to the beginning. Just a heads up, make sure you only have one player start in your map, otherwise the engine might spawn you in the wrong spot during testing. Here is the tight, natural-sounding rewrite for your script. That's working perfectly. Now let's test the next area. It looks like the pit in room 3 is triggering the reset a bit too early. Since we're hitting the kill zone too high up, I'll jump back into the right orthographic view and lower the volume slightly. I'll drop this down so there's a longer fall before the reset triggers. Since the volume already covers the entire footprint of the map, it doesn't need to be very deep. Let's test that transition again. Now we're falling a more natural distance in every room before respawning. The exact fall distance is really up to you, just make sure it feels natural for the player. Spend some time playtesting every room and failure point to ensure the timing is consistent. This setup feels solid to me, so we're good to move on. We're ready for the next obstacle. I'm building this level chronologically, and since the first room is just a clear run, we've officially finished our first challenge. Even though we started with the first pit, that single kill volume now handles every bottomless drop-off in the game. Next, we need to script these falling blocks which will drop as the player crosses the gap. I'm going to pause the recording here so we can start fresh with those mechanics in the next video.